So for the next couple of days while I'm away, you're going to get started on the external. Your chief resource here is the Computer Science Field Guide, which you can just Google this, and when you go to this it will show you algorithms, programming languages and human-computer interaction are the three level 1 topics you need to cover. We're going to start with algorithms. What you should start by doing is watch the video and then read through. You need to read through these topics. Click on the interactives here. Read this section. The algorithm cost is a very important section. We'll talk about that. The algorithm correctness is not so important. When it comes to searching and sorting, you have to choose either one or the other. We as a class are going to choose to do sorting, not searching. So scroll past all of the searching stuff and get down to the sorting thing. Crucial thing that we're going to look at is this scales interactive. This is one of the main things that we use. You have to be a little bit careful with this. If you start and stuff up and hit reset, it sometimes doesn't really understand. There's a bug and you always automatically end up picking the heaviest one first, which doesn't make for a very good demonstration of the algorithm. So easiest way to get around this is hold down shift and hit F5 to do a hard reset and then hit start. Basically just going quickly through the selection sort here, I'm going to choose one of these boxes and then compare it to the others. I'm going to pick the heaviest each time, so this time the arrow is pointing to this one, so that one's the heaviest. Quickly go through, still the heaviest. This one's the heaviest, so I'll leave that one there, go to here. This one's the heaviest. It's easy to stuff this up, so take care. And I found that this is the heaviest out of all of them. So now I'll go through again, comparing this to all the other ones. That one's heavier this time. That one's heavier this time. I think this one's going to end up being the heaviest because of all the comparisons we did the first time, but there's only one way to be sure. Yep, so that one's the heaviest, and then I can go through. That one's heavier. I might as well just complete the whole thing. Always leaving on the scale as the one that is the heaviest. So that one's the heaviest. And that's the heaviest. That's the heaviest. It gets quicker as you go. That one's heavier. One's still heavier. And then the final, compare these two. That's the heaviest. That's the next heaviest. Check order. Success, these are in order. 28 comparisons is always 28 comparisons if you do the selection sort correctly. We'll also do quick sort later on, and that varies, but selection sort is always 28 for comparing 8 boxes. So what you're going to use for this in Google Classroom, I've created a writing frame, and in that writing frame, which will no doubt appear in a moment, here we go, there's some stuff about informal instructions and so on. We're just going to leave that for now. We're going to do the selection sort. To demonstrate you understand how selection sort works, you need some screenshots of you going through the selection sort. I've given 6 screenshots here that I think will show that you understand how to do it and you understand the process. You can add more if you think that'll explain better or demonstrate better that you understand what's going on. I think 6 would be a bare minimum, but you also need to explain what's going on as you go. If you get that done in the course of these 2 lessons, I'd be 100% happy. And of course, going back to the Computer Science Field Guide, all the way back, why not? There is plenty more reading to do. And it's not hard to find examples of other stuff that you can look for as you go. So if you do get the selection sort done, don't look at insertion sort, probably go to quick sort instead and work out how to do that. And there are examples of how to do it, and there's other videos to watch, and this whole section is something that we'll look at as well: sequencing, selection, iteration, and so on. So you've got plenty to do for these couple of days, mainly selection sort and taking those screenshots, but also just reading through this whole thing. There's loads there, far more than 2 lessons worth.